Hi friends, in this class we discuss the applications on average velocity and average speed. Okay, let us consider S1, that is if S1, comma, S2, comma, S3, comma, so on up to Sn are the path lengths or displacements, are the displacements, are the displacements covered by the particle, displacements covered by the particle during the time intervals, during the time intervals, during the time intervals t1 comma t2 comma t3 comma so on up to tn. Then find average velocity. Then find average velocity. Remember that here the particle is moving along the same straight line. Particle is moving along the same straight line. Thus, particle is moving along the same straight line. Thus, average velocity is equal to average speed, path length is equal to displacement. Okay, now we want to find out average velocity or average speed. Average velocity or average speed. V average is equal to total displacement covered by the particle or total displacement traveled by the particle divided by time interval. Particle divided by time interval. What is the total displacement traveled by the particle here? For the complete journey, total displacement covered by the particle S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus so on up to Sn divided by total time interval T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus so on up to Tn. So on up to Tn. It is also equal to average velocity and average speed. Okay, next one. If V1 comma V2 comma V3 comma so on up to Vn are the velocities of a particle, velocities of a particle during the time intervals, during the time intervals, during the time intervals T1 comma T2 comma T3 comma so on up to Tn, so on up to Tn respectively. Then find average velocity. Then find average velocity of a particle. Then find the average velocity of a particle. Now, here a particle is moving along the same straight line. Particle is moving along the same straight line. during the time interval t1 seconds, its velocity is v1. During the time interval t2 seconds, its velocity is v2. During the time interval t3 seconds, its velocity is v3. So on. During the time interval tn seconds, its velocity is given as vn. Now for this complete journey, we want to find out the average velocity. Okay. V average is equal to average velocity. V average is equal to total distance traveled, total displacement traveled by the particle divided by total time interval. Okay, here tell me what is the displacement covered by the particle during the time interval t1 seconds? Displacement covered by the particle. Displacement nothing but velocity into time. Average velocity is equal to displacement divided by time interval. Therefore, displacement is equal to velocity into time. Here, v1 is the average velocity during the time interval t1 seconds. v2 is the average velocity during the time interval t2 seconds. v3 is the average velocity during the time interval t3 seconds. Therefore, for this journey, displacement is s1. That s1 is equal to v1 into t1. For this journey, displacement s2 is equal to v2 into t2. For this journey, s3 is equal to v3 into t3. And here, sn is equal to vn into tn. Since v is equal to s by t, therefore s is equal to v into t. Now, displacement traveled by the particle is s1 plus s2 plus s3 plus so on up to sn divided by time interval t1 plus t2 plus t3 plus so on up to tn, or this is equal to v1 t1 plus v2 t2 plus so on vn tn divided by time interval t1 plus t2 plus so on up to tn. This is the average velocity traveled by the particle or average speed. The particle is moving along the same straight line. Average velocity is equal to average speed. Okay, next one here. If the total distance traveled by the particle, if the total displacement traveled by the particle, total displacement traveled by the particle is divided into n equal parts. In these parts, the particle is traveling with the velocities v1 comma v2 comma v3 comma so on vn, v1 comma v2 comma v3 comma so on up to vn respectively. Then find the average velocity of the particle. Okay. Total displacement traveled by the particle. Here also you can assume the particle is moving along the same straight line. For this complete journey, I am assuming that the displacement covered by the particle is S. Displacement covered by the particle is S. For the complete journey, displacement covered by the particle is S. It is divided into n equal parts. S by n, S by n, so on, S by n. Total number of parts are n. Now, in this part, or for this displacement, the velocity of the particle is v1, here it is v2, here it is v3, sorry, vn. In the nth part, the velocity is vn. Vn. Now we want to find out average velocity of the particle. Formula for average velocity is displacement traveled by the particle divided by total time interval. Okay, what is the time interval for this path? T1. For this path, T2. And for this path, it is Tn. Now, here Tn is equal to how much? In terms of S and V, S is equal to Vt, that is average velocity is equal to displacement by time. Therefore, S is equal to V into T. Therefore, T is equal to S by V. T is equal to S divided by V. T is equal to S divided by V. Tn becomes S by N divided by V, which is equal to S divided by V into N. Similarly, T1 is equal to how much? S by N into V1. S by V into N. Therefore, or S by Vn into N. Just observe this once again. Tn is equal to S by V. S by N divided by Vn. That is equal to S divided by Vn into N. Similarly, S divided by V1 into N. V1 into N. Next, T2 is equal to how much? Here, T2 is equal to S by N into V2. T3, S by N into V3. Because S by N divided by V3. Therefore, it becomes S by N into V3. Okay, V average becomes how much? Total path length or displacement traveled by the particle. How much it is? S by N plus S by N plus so on up to S by N. How many times? N times. Divided by time interval T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus so on up to Tn. Now, this is equal to S divided by, what is T1? S divided by N into V1 plus S divided by N into V2 plus so on up to S divided by N into V3. Or V average is equal to S divided by S by N is taken as common 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus so on 1 by Vn. Now this S gets cancelled, therefore V average is equal to N goes to the numerator, N divided by 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus so on 1 by Vn. N divided by 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus so on up to 1 by Vn. Okay, next one. If the total time interval traveled by the particle is divided into n equal parts. Total time interval traveled by the particle is divided into n equal parts. In these parts, the particle traveled with the velocities V1, V2, so on up to Vn. In these parts, the particle traveled with the velocities V1, V2, so on up to Vn. Then find average velocity of the particle. Then find average velocity of the particle. Now, particle is moving along the same straight line. It is moving along the same straight line. Total time interval is t seconds. I am assuming that total interval of time is t seconds. Now it is divided into n equal parts. This is t by n, so on, t by n, so on up to t by n. Now, during this time interval, its velocity is v1. During this time interval, its velocity is v2. During this time interval, its velocity is vn. Now we want to find out the average velocity. That is total displacement traveled by the particle divided by time interval. What is the displacement during this journey? During this interval, what is the displacement? I am assuming it is S1. That S1 is equal to how much? Already we know that S is equal to V into T. Therefore, V1 into T by N. Okay, you can assume it is S1. For this journey, displacement is S2. For this journey, displacement is Sn. Now, average velocity is equal to displacement traveled by the particle. It is S1 plus S2 plus so on up to Sn divided by time interval, total time interval. How much? t seconds. Total interval of time t by n plus t by n plus so on up to t by n. How many times? N times. Therefore, the total time interval is how much? T seconds. Now, this is equal to S1 is how much? V1 into t by n. S1, displacement covered by the particle during this time interval. Therefore, S is equal to V into t. V1 into t by n plus S2 becomes V2 into t by n plus so on Sn. Vn into t by n divided by time interval t. Now, average velocity V average is equal to V1 plus V2 plus so on up to Vn, so on up to Vn divided by t into t by n. You will take t by n as common. Then V1 plus V2 plus so on up to Vn into t by n. Now t gets cancelled. Thus V average is equal to V1 plus V2 plus so on Vn divided by n. T gets cancelled. This n goes to the denominator. V1 plus V2 plus so on up to Vn divided by n. Okay. A particle is moving along the same straight line from point A to point B, point A to point B. Now this total path length is divided into two equal parts. This is one part and this is another part. Total path length is taken as S. It is divided into two equal parts. That is S by 2 and it is also S by 2. During this journey, its velocity is V1. During this, its velocity is V2. The particle is moving along the same straight line. First half of the displacement is covered with the velocity V1. Second half of the displacement is covered with the velocity V2. Now you can find out the average velocity of the particle or average speed of the particle. Average velocity of the particle, V average, is equal to displacement traveled by the particle, S by 2 plus S by 2 divided by total time interval. For this displacement time interval is T1. For this displacement time interval is T2. Therefore T1 plus T2. This is equal to S by 2 plus S by 2. S divided by T1 in terms of V1 and S by 2. How much? In terms of V1 and S by 2. Already you know that S is equal to formula V into T. Displacement is equal to average velocity into time interval. For this displacement, what is the average velocity? V1. Time interval is T1. Okay. From this formula, T is equal to S by V. Therefore, T1 becomes how much? S by 2 divided by V. Plus T2 becomes S by 2 divided by V. then s whole divided by s by 2 is taken as common, 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2, or average velocity v average is equal to s gets cancelled, 2 goes to the numerator, therefore 2 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2, or v average is equal to 2 divided by taking the LCM, it becomes v1 v2, here it is v1 plus v2, v2 plus v1, v2 plus v1 nothing but v1 plus v2, or v average is equal to 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. If the body covers the velocities v1 and v2, I'm sorry, in equal displacements that body is moving with the velocities v1 and v2, then average velocity becomes how much? 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. What is average speed? Here average speed is also equal to how much? This is average velocity, or you can take it as bar. Average speed is also equal to how much? 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Remember that. Because the particle is moving along the same straight line. Okay, next. A particle is moving along the same straight line A to B. First half of the time interval t by 2. During this first half of the time interval, it is moving with the velocity v1. Second half of the time interval, it is moving with the velocity v2. We can assume total time interval is t seconds. Now you find out the average velocity or average speed. Because the particle is moving along the same straight line, average velocity is equal to average speed. Now, average velocity. Distance or displacement traveled by the particle. What is the displacement traveled by the particle? During this time interval, its displacement is s1. During this time interval, its displacement is s2. Therefore, average velocity is s1 plus s2 divided by time interval t by 2 plus t by 2. Already we know the formula, s is equal to v into t. Therefore, average velocity is equal to s1 nothing but v1 into t by 2. v1 into t by 2 plus s2 nothing but v2 into t by 2 divided by t. t by 2 plus t by 2 becomes t, or it is equal to v1 plus v2 into t by 2 whole divided by t, or v average is equal to how much? v1 plus v2 divided by 2. tt gets cancelled. Average speed is also equal to how much? v1 plus v2 divided by 2. Because the particle is moving along the same straight line. Okay, next one. A particle is moving along the straight line. It moves from A to B, A to B, and again it returned back to A along the same path. Along the same path, it returned back to this point A. That is, a boy wants to reach his school and he returned back to his home again. Returned back to his home again. Now, while he is moving to his school, he is reached to his school, his velocity is 4 kilometers per hour, and school to home, his velocity is 10 kilometers per hour. That is, it is V1 and here it is V2. A to B, his velocity is 4 kilometers per hour. B to A, his velocity is 10 kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour. Now, calculate his average velocity and average speed. Find his average velocity. Average velocity. First, you will find out that average speed and average velocity. First one, average speed. Total path length AB plus BA. I am assuming that AB length is 1 kilometer. AB length is 1 kilometer. Therefore, BA length is also equal to 1 kilometer. Now you will find out the average speed. Now, total path length, that is AB plus BA. Total path length, that is actual length of the path travelled by the particle, AB plus BA, divided by time interval T1 plus T2. AB, T1, BA, T2. For the journey AB, time interval is T1. For the journey BA, time interval is T2. Now, AB, nothing but 1 kilometer. BA is also nothing but 1 kilometer. Divided by, already we know that S is equal to V into T. Therefore, T becomes S by V. Therefore, T1 becomes S, nothing but 1 kilometer, divided by V1, or you can take it like this. T1 nothing but AB divided by V1 plus T2 means BA divided by T2. BA divided by V2. AB divided by V1, BA divided by V2. This is equal to 1 plus 1, 2. AB 1 kilometer divided by V1, 4 kilometers, plus BA 1 kilometer divided by V2, 10 kilometers per hour, which is equal to 2 divided by how much? 10 into 4, 40. Here it is 10 plus 4. This is equal to 80 divided by 10 plus 4, 14. 80 divided by 14. 2 40s, 2 7s. That is 40 divided by 7 kilometer per hour. 40 divided by 7 kilometers per hour. you can observe this, the same problem. You can observe the same problem. It appears that the body covers first half of the displacement with the velocity 4 kilometers per hour. Second half with the velocity 10 kilometers per hour. First half of the journey with the velocity v1, second half of the journey with the velocity v2. Therefore, average speed or average velocity can be calculated by using the formula. Already we are derived it. It is equal to 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Already we are derived this. First half of the journey with the velocity v1, second half of the journey with the velocity v2, then average speed is 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. This is equal to 2 into v1 is how much? 4. v2 is how much? 10 divided by 4 plus 10. That is 80 divided by 14, which is equal to 40 by 7 kilometers per hour. It is the general procedure and it is a direct formula. If the particle covers first half of the displacement with the velocity v1, second half of the displacement with the velocity v2, to find out the average speed, we are using this formula directly. 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Now, if the particle is moving along the same straight line, we can say that average velocity is equal to average speed. But here, does the particle is moving along the same straight line? No. Here its direction changes. That's why here average velocity is not equal to average speed. Now we will calculate that average velocity. Average velocity. V average is equal to, how to calculate? Displacement traveled by the particle divided by time interval. Now displacement traveled by the particle. Displacement traveled by the particle divided by time interval. For this journey A to B, B to A, what is the displacement? Displacement nothing but final position minus initial position. Final position minus initial position. Here final position coincides with the initial position. Displacement becomes 0. 0 divided by time interval. Then average velocity is equal to how much? 0. Average velocity is equal to 0. Does the average speed is equal to average velocity here? No. Average velocity here it is 0. Remember that. Okay, next one. Here, a particle is traveling along the straight line. It travels from A to B. AB distance is 1 kilometer. Or you can use in this manner. I'm sorry. A to B and B to A. It travels in this manner, B to A. But it does not stop at this point A. It is moving in this direction. It reaches to the point C. Finally, it reaches to the point C. It travels from A to B and then B to A and then A to C. Here for my convenience, I am using another path. Actually, it is moving along this direction and in the return journey, it travels along the same path. In return journey also it is traveling along the same path. Okay. Its position A 0 comma 0, or you can take it as 0. Position A is 0. Position B 1 kilometer. Position C 0.5 kilometers with a negative sign. That means you will take it as the x-axis. This is the origin. Positive x-axis, negative x-axis. Remember that. Now, for this journey, velocity is v1, which is equal to 2 km per hour. For this journey, B to A, velocity is v2, which is equal to 3 kilometers per hour. For this journey, A to C, its velocity is v3, which is equal to 1 kilometer per hour. A to C, the velocity is 1 kilometer per hour. Now for this complete journey, you will calculate average velocity and also average speed. For this journey, average speed. For this complete journey, average speed I want to calculate. It is equal to total path length traveled by the particle divided by time interval. What is the total path length traveled by the particle? Total path length traveled by the particle divided by time interval. What is the total path length traveled by the particle? AB plus BA plus AC. AB plus BA plus AC divided by time interval. For this journey, time interval is T1. For this journey, time interval is T2. For this journey, you can assume the time interval is T3. T1 plus T2 plus T3. Now, AB 1 kilometer, BA 1 kilometer. Why? 0, 1. Total distance is, total path length is 1 kilometer. From here also, this path length is equal to 1 kilometer. This path length is equal to how much? 0.5 kilometers. Total path length traveled by the particle. Don't substitute it as a negative. Path length is always positive. Total path length. When you calculate it with the tape, how much length it is having? 0.5 kilometers. It indicates it's a sign. But this length is equal to how much? 0.5 kilometers. That is 0.5 kilometers. Remember that. You remember this thing. Remember that path length is always positive. Whole divided by T1 plus T2 plus T3. S is equal to V into T. Therefore, T is equal to how much? S by V. That's why T1 is equal to how much? S by V1. S is how much? AB. AB divided by V1 plus BA divided by V2 plus AC divided by V3, which is equal to 2.5 divided by 1 divided by V1 is how much? 2 kilometers per hour. BA 1 divided by 3 kilometers per hour plus AC 0.5 divided by 1 kilometer per hour. Now you will calculate this. 2.5 whole divided by 6 is the LCM. 6 is the LCM. 3 plus 2 plus 6 into 0.5, 3. Then 6 into 2.5, 2.56, 15 divided by 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8 kilometer per hour. What is average speed? 15 divided by 8 kilometers per hour. Now you can find out the average velocity. You can find out the average velocity, which is equal to average velocity nothing but displacement covered by the particle divided by time interval. Displacement covered by the particle divided by time interval. What is the displacement covered by the particle? Displacement covered by the particle. Displacement means final position minus initial position. What is the final position? Minus 0.5. Initial position 0. That is minus 0.5 minus 0. Remember that displacement may be positive, may be negative, may be 0. Therefore, displacement nothing but final position minus initial position. What is the initial position? 0 kilometers. Final position 0.5 kilometers divided by, what is the time interval here? T1 plus T2 plus T3. Same. Total time interval T1 plus T2 plus T3. This is equal to minus 0.5 whole divided by, again, T1 nothing but AB divided by V1, T2 nothing but BA divided by V2, T3 nothing but AC divided by V3. Therefore, it becomes 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 0.5 divided by 1. It is equal to minus 0.5 divided by 3 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 6. 6 into 0.5, 3. Divided by 3 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 8. Minus 3 by 8 kilometers per hour. Now you can observe this. Does the average speed is equal to average velocity? In the previous problem also, average speed is not equal to average velocity. In the previous problem, average velocity is equal to 0, but average speed is exist. Now in this problem also, average speed is positive, but average velocity is negative. Average velocity is negative. Now from these examples also we can say that average velocity is always positive. Average velocity is not equal to 0. Average velocity is not negative. By using all these examples, we can say that average speed is always positive. Average speed does not equal to 0. Average speed may not be negative. But average velocity may be positive, may be negative, may be equal to 0. And also we can say that average speed is always greater than or equal to average velocity. Remember that also. And also you remember that when the particle is moving along the same straight line, average velocity is equal to average speed. If the direction changes, average velocity is not equal to average speed. Okay, thank you.